Coming to you live from our Hoppington Centre in Durban, senior correspondent Fred Guttrell.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Fred Guttrell, and welcome to another episode of the Hoppington Post. World Wetlands Day is celebrated on the 2nd of February yearly to raise global awareness about the value of wetlands for the frog community and the planet. This year marks the 20th annual event, and Dr. Tarrant and the Endangered Wildlife Trust headed out to a shopping mall near the city of Pietermaritzburg to celebrate the day. Situated in Edendale, the largest and fastest growing township in Pietermaritzburg, the Greater Edendale Mall is a very popular shopping centre with over 100 stores. Now, we all know that urban development, such as housing estates and shopping centres, are one of the biggest threats to us frogs. And so you must be wondering, what has gotten into Dr. Tarrant going to celebrate with this so-called enemy? But what's really amazing about this mall is that even though it was constructed right next to a wetland, instead of destroying it, big hops to McCormick Property Development, because they actually preserved it. With over 40 wetlands in the area, and ironically the only healthy one being at the Greater Edendale Mall, they invited learners from local schools also situated in wetlands to come and learn more about the relevance and importance of keeping these wetlands healthy. Let's go check it out. The learners invited were from 10 local schools situated on or next to wetlands in the area. A number of conservation organizations such as DUCT, EcoPulse, Liberty MPO, the South African Environmental Observation Network, the Institute of Natural Resources, Ezemvelo KZN Wildlife, Ground Truth, and saving the best for last, the Endangered Wildlife Trust, partnered with the mall to make this event possible. Oh, look at those goodie bags. Wow. So many sponsors. Look how important we are. Whilst everyone was still arriving and getting ready, we found Mlu and Thuli from the Liberty MPO to tell us why they were there.
Today is the Wetlands Day globally, so hence I, Mlu, represent the Liberty NPO coming from the Edendale, informed and managed by young people. The sole idea is to rehabilitate wetlands and educate about the river health, because we seem to lack the link between the local residents and the healthy river system. And especially there's a misunderstanding of the wetlands and its functions. So it is our campaign to educate and emphasize on limiting on illegal dumping and obviously digging on wetlands, and especially educating about the functions of wetlands. Another thing, the wetlands is a crucial element or important when it comes to risk, disaster and floods. So having seen what happened in Joburg a couple of months ago, we stand a chance though with managing our natural resources such as the rivers and these wetlands, that we limit those disasters. So it is very important that youngsters like these scholars that are here, as they celebrate, but they learn so that when they grow up, they work on these opportunities. These rivers and wetlands can provide even educational opportunities. As the Liberty NPO in partnership with DUCT and Sakesi's in Ashtown, we have a learnership program where we have 12 young graduates and post-matrics whom are entering the field of environment and testing the rivers, so that they can decide what career they can take based on natural resource management. Because at the end of the day, if we balance the management of the resources and the opportunities that are there, we will live in harmony.
So one of the important things of wetlands is usikona manzi. So there's either water open, like you see behind you, or the water is underneath the soil. So everyone minds if you walk in here, that's more mines. So the water can be underneath or it can be open. Okay, everyone look at this picture and show me where do you think you find it? Or what is a wetland? Just looking at the different colors. What do you think, what color is showing the wetlands here? Point? Yes.
Well done.
And whilst learning what makes up a wetland, the kids also got to learn about things that impact wetlands.
So for instance, we've got a factory The factory uses water. What's it doing? Polluting the water. See, so this water is all dirty and disgusting. In comparison to this nice blue water.
Yeah, that's right, kids. Best you take notes. Ooh, yummy hot dogs. You know, I still don't know why they call that. But wait, isn't this show about frogs? Where's Dr. T and the Endangered Wildlife Trust?
Alright, so today is 2nd of February, World Wetlands Day internationally, and the Threatened Amphibian Program and the African Crane Conservation Program from Endangered Wildlife Trust are here at the Greater Edendale Mall to celebrate World Wetlands Day. We're here at this rehabilitated wetland, and we've got all these stations going around the wetland and groups of school children coming through and seeing what we're doing. So here we've got a couple of frogs on display, some information, some posters, and it seems to be going pretty well so far.
I'm so glad the guys from the African Crane Conservation Program came along, because the cranes, they love wetlands just as much as us frogs. Did you know that the blue crane is South Africa's national bird? Well, young man, some reed frogs are green, but not all. There are 16 species of reed frogs in South Africa. They belong to the genus Hyperilius, and one of my favorites has got to be the Argus reed frog. Hyperilius argus, or Argus reed frog, is named after the Greek god Argus, whose 100 eyes were incorporated into the tail of the peacock when he died. They are named after him because of the circular eye-like markings that many of them have. So cool.
How do frogs hunt food for themselves?
Ah, that's very easy, young lady. Just check out my cousin Fatih. She's on what we call a seafood diet.
World Wetlands Day!
Welcome back. Wow. I'm so excited about so many young people being so excited about making other young people so excited about saving our wetlands. Now, isn't that exciting? You know what I mean. Once again, well done to those guys at McCormick Property Development for taking care of the wetland, as well as encouraging the rest of the community to do the same. I mean, let's face it, guys. There are already too many people on Earth, and so you humans will constantly impact our natural habitats. With a little more planning, less greed, and some consideration, we can all live in harmony. Because remember, without frogs, we all croak. Join us again for another episode of The Hoppington Post. I am Fred Guttrell. Please note, no humans or peacocks were harmed during the filming of this episode.